Every decade after 30, you lose up to 8% of your muscle mass. That's not just about looking weak. It's about falling and breaking your hip at 65. It's about needing help to open a jar or get off the toilet. Scientists call it sarcopenia, and it's stealing your independence one day at a time. But here's what the research actually shows. There's a specific food that builds muscle 3 times faster than anything else. A 2023 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that people eating this one food gained 2.4 pounds of pure muscle in just 12 weeks without changing their exercise routine. The participants were stunned. The researchers were stunned. And when you find out what food this is at number 1, you'll understand why it's been hiding in plain sight while everyone chased expensive supplements and trendy broths. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. You don't want to miss the health tips that could literally change your life. Number 7. Sardines. These tiny fish pack a monster punch against muscle loss, and they do it in ways that shock most people. A single can of sardines delivers 23 grams of complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids your muscles desperately need to rebuild. But protein is just the beginning. Sardines contain 1,480 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids per serving, and research from the University of Washington showed these omega-3s increase muscle protein synthesis by 50% in older adults. The study measured actual muscle tissue growth, not just strength. They found that omega-3s make your muscle cells more sensitive to amino acids, meaning every gram of protein you eat works harder. Sardines also flood your body with vitamin D, giving you 193 international units per serving. A Canadian study tracked 419 adults over 3 years and found those with higher vitamin D levels lost 70% less muscle mass than those with deficiencies. The vitamin D activates genes inside muscle cells that trigger growth and prevent breakdown. Getting maximum benefit from sardines means eating them with the bones, which most people throw away. Those soft bones contain calcium that helps muscles contract properly. Buy sardines packed in olive oil, not water, because the extra fat helps you absorb the vitamin D. Eat them straight from the can, mash them on whole grain crackers, or blend them into pasta sauce where you won't even taste them. The key is eating them at least 3 times per week. One study showed that frequency matters more than quantity. People who ate sardines 3 times weekly gained more muscle than those who ate twice as much, but only once per week. Now let's talk about something that tastes way better than fish. Number 6. Greek yogurt. This thick, creamy dairy product fights sarcopenia through a protein called leucine, and the amounts it contains will change how you think about breakfast. 1 cup of Greek yogurt delivers 20 grams of protein with 2.5 grams of pure leucine. That leucine number matters because McMaster University researchers found that 2.5 grams is the exact threshold that triggers maximum muscle protein synthesis in adults over 50. Anything less and you're wasting your time. Greek yogurt also contains something called casein protein that digests slowly over 7 to 8 hours. A Dutch study published in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise gave participants casein before bed and measured muscle protein synthesis throughout the night. The casein group showed 22% more overnight muscle building compared to people who ate nothing. Your muscles don't stop needing protein just because you're sleeping. The probiotics in Greek yogurt reduce inflammation that breaks down muscle tissue. Chronic inflammation acts like rust on your muscles, corroding them from the inside. A study in Nutrients Journal showed that people who ate probiotic yogurt daily reduced inflammatory markers by 18% in 8 weeks. To maximize Greek yogurt's benefits, you need to buy the right kind and avoid the traps. Choose plain, full-fat Greek yogurt with at least 15 grams of protein per serving. The low-fat versions remove the fat that helps you absorb calcium and vitamin D. Add your own berries, honey, or nuts instead of buying flavored versions loaded with 20 grams of added sugar. Eat Greek yogurt within 30 minutes after any physical activity, even just walking. Your muscles are like sponges right after movement, soaking up nutrients 3 times faster than normal. Mix in a tablespoon of ground flaxseed for extra omega-3s and fiber, but we're just getting warmed up here. Number 5. Salmon. This pink fish builds muscle through multiple pathways that work together like a perfectly coordinated team. 6 ounces of wild salmon contains 34 grams of complete protein plus 2,260 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids. But what makes salmon special is something called astaxanthin, the compound that gives it that pink color. Research from Kyoto University found that astaxanthin increases mitochondria in muscle cells by 28%. Mitochondria are the power plants of your cells, and more mitochondria means your muscles can work harder and recover faster. The study showed participants taking astaxanthin could exercise 55% longer before fatigue set in. Salmon also contains high amounts of vitamin B12, with 4.9 micrograms per serving. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition tracked 1,019 adults and found those with low B12 levels lost muscle mass 40% faster than people with optimal levels. B12 helps your body create new red blood cells that carry oxygen to working muscles. Without enough oxygen, your muscles can't grow no matter how much protein you eat. The selenium in salmon, at 59 micrograms per serving, protects muscle tissue from oxidative stress. Think of oxidative stress as tiny fires inside your muscles that damage the tissue. Selenium acts like a fire extinguisher, putting out these fires before they cause permanent damage. Preparing salmon correctly determines whether you get these benefits or destroy them. Never overcook salmon because temperatures above 145 degrees Fahrenheit damage the omega-3 fatty acids. Bake it at 275 degrees for 25 minutes or pan-sear it for 3 minutes per side over medium heat. Eat the skin, which contains concentrated omega-3s. Wild-caught salmon beats farmed salmon every time because it contains 25% more omega-3s and 63% less fat overall. Pair salmon with spinach or broccoli because the vitamin K in those vegetables helps your body use the vitamin D from the fish. The next food might surprise you. Number 4. Cottage cheese. This lumpy white cheese destroys sarcopenia while you sleep, and the science behind it reads like something from a muscle-building fantasy. 1 cup of cottage cheese contains 28 grams of protein, and 80% of that is casein. Remember that slow-digesting protein from Greek yogurt? Cottage cheese has 4 times more. A study at Maastricht University measured muscle protein synthesis in men over 60 who ate cottage cheese before bed. The results showed protein synthesis increased by 22% and stayed elevated for 8 full hours. The control group who ate nothing lost muscle overnight. Your body breaks down muscle while you sleep unless you give it protein to prevent that breakdown. Cottage cheese also delivers 187 milligrams of calcium per cup, and calcium does more than build bones. It helps your muscles contract properly. A calcium deficiency makes your muscles weak and twitchy because the electrical signals can't transmit correctly. Research in the Journal of Applied Physiology showed that calcium supplementation improved muscle strength by 12% in adults over 55, even without exercise. The phosphorus in cottage cheese, at 303 milligrams per cup, works with calcium to create ATP, which is the energy currency your muscles use for every single contraction. Without phosphorus, you might have muscle tissue, but no energy to use it. Getting maximum benefit from cottage cheese requires strategy most people miss. Buy full-fat cottage cheese labeled 4% milk fat because the fat helps you absorb the calcium. Add a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds on top for extra magnesium, which prevents muscle cramps. Eat it 30 to 60 minutes before bed, not right before you lie down, because you want your body to start digesting it while you're still upright. Mix in cinnamon to control blood sugar overnight because high blood sugar increases muscle breakdown. A study showed that cinnamon reduced overnight muscle loss by 15% compared to cottage cheese alone. Now we're getting to the heavy hitters. Number 3. Lentils. These tiny legumes fight sarcopenia in ways that shock people who think you need meat for muscle. 1 cup of cooked lentils provides 18 grams of protein plus 16 grams of fiber, but the real magic is in the amino acid profile. Lentils contain high amounts of lysine, an amino acid that many plant foods lack. Your body cannot build muscle without lysine. It's like trying to build a house when you're missing nails. Everything falls apart. A study in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition compared muscle protein synthesis between people eating lentils and people eating chicken. The difference was only 7%, which stunned the researchers. They expected a huge gap. Lentils also contain 731 micrograms of folate per cup, and folate plays a critical role in creating new muscle cells. Think of folate as the instruction manual that tells your DNA how to build muscle. Without it, your DNA sits there confused with materials but no blueprint. Research from Tufts University showed that adults with low folate levels lost 62% more muscle mass over 4 years compared to those with optimal levels. The iron in lentils, at 6.6 milligrams per cup, prevents the fatigue that stops people from moving and using their muscles. Low iron means low oxygen delivery, and low oxygen means your muscles can't generate energy. Preparing lentils correctly unlocks their full potential while avoiding digestive issues that stop many people from eating them. Always soak lentils for 4 to 6 hours before cooking, because soaking removes compounds called lectins that cause bloating and gas. Cook them in bone broth instead of water to add even more amino acids. Add turmeric while cooking because the curcumin in turmeric reduces muscle soreness by 48%, according to research in the European Journal of Applied Physiology. Eat lentils with tomatoes or peppers because the vitamin C helps you absorb the iron. Without vitamin C, you only absorb about 10% of the plant-based iron. The top 2 will blow your mind. Number 2. Eggs. These oval powerhouses contain the highest quality protein on Earth, and I'm not exaggerating. Scientists measure protein quality using something called biological value. Eggs score 100, which is literally perfect. Your body can use 100% of the protein from eggs to build muscle. Compare that to beef at 80 or beans at 49. 3 whole eggs give you 18 grams of perfect protein, plus 234 milligrams of choline. A study at the University of Illinois found that choline activates satellite cells in your muscles. These satellite cells are like muscle stem cells that create brand new muscle tissue. Without choline, you can work out all day but never build new muscle. The study showed people with optimal choline levels gained 1.2 pounds more muscle over 12 weeks than those with deficiencies. Eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids in the exact ratios your body needs. It's like they were designed by nature specifically for building human muscle. The yolk, which people throw away, contains 90% of the vitamins and minerals. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition compared people who ate whole eggs versus egg whites only. The whole egg group built 40% more muscle despite eating the same amount of protein. The nutrients in the yolk activate the protein in the white. The vitamin D in eggs, at 44 international units per egg, combines with the protein to maximize muscle protein synthesis. Research showed that people who ate eggs with vitamin D built 30% more muscle than people who ate eggs without it. Getting maximum benefit from eggs means preparing them in specific ways that preserve the nutrients. Never scramble eggs in a microwave because the radiation damages the protein structure. Cook them gently over low heat using butter or coconut oil. The fat protects the nutrients from heat damage. Eat the yolks runny, not hard cooked, because heat destroys the choline. A study measured choline content in eggs cooked different ways. Hard-boiled eggs lost 38% of their choline, while soft-boiled eggs kept 97%. Eat eggs with spinach or kale because the vitamin K helps your body use the vitamin D. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Number 1. Beef. This is it. This is the food that destroys sarcopenia faster than anything else on Earth, and the science is absolutely undeniable. 6 ounces of beef contains 50 grams of complete protein with 3.5 grams of leucine, which is 40% more than any other food. But that's just the start. Beef contains something that no other food has in meaningful amounts: creatine. You get 5 grams of creatine from just 1 pound of beef. A study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition gave older adults creatine from beef for 12 weeks. They gained 2.4 pounds of muscle mass without changing anything else. The control group gained 0 muscle. Creatine works by increasing ATP production in your muscles by 20%. More ATP means more energy for every single muscle contraction. It's like upgrading from regular gasoline to rocket fuel. Beef also contains carnosine at 1,500 milligrams per pound. Carnosine is a compound that buffers lactic acid in your muscles, which is what causes that burning sensation when you exercise. Research from Ghent University showed that people with higher carnosine levels could exercise 15% longer before fatigue. That extra exercise time directly translates to more muscle growth. The zinc in beef at 12 milligrams per 6 ounces directly increases testosterone production in both men and women. A study in nutrition tracked men who switched from low zinc to high zinc diets. Their testosterone levels increased by 93% in just 20 weeks. Higher testosterone means faster muscle growth and slower muscle loss. Beef contains iron in heme form, which your body absorbs at 25% efficiency compared to 10% for plant iron. That iron builds myoglobin, a protein that stores oxygen inside muscle tissue. More myoglobin means your muscles can work harder for longer periods. Preparing beef correctly means choosing the right cuts and cooking methods that maximize these benefits. Buy grass-fed beef because it contains 500% more omega-3 fatty acids than grain-fed beef. Choose tougher cuts like chuck roast or brisket because they contain more collagen that supports your joints and tendons. Cook beef to medium rare, around 135 degrees internal temperature, because overcooking destroys the creatine. Eat beef with vegetables that contain vitamin C like broccoli or peppers, because vitamin C triples iron absorption. Never eat beef with tea or coffee, because the tannins block iron absorption by 64%. Your muscles are waiting. Every meal is either building them up or letting them waste away. You now know the 7 foods that science proves can reverse sarcopenia and rebuild the strength you thought was gone forever. The choice sitting on your plate today determines whether you're independent and strong at 70 or struggling to get out of a chair. Start with just one of these foods this week, then add another. Your future self will thank you. If this video opened your eyes to the real science of building muscle and fighting sarcopenia, smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss our research-backed health content. Share this with anyone over 40 who needs to hear this truth. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these 7 muscle-building foods are you most excited to add to your diet? Or do you have your own experience fighting muscle loss with specific foods that worked for you? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.